Empathy. To love another, tune into their feelings beyond your projections. When you receive the empathy card in a reading, it's usually an indication that it's time to approach this situation from your heart and from your ability to imagine what another person is experiencing and going through, and imagine if you were going through that and how would you feel, how would you react, why would you react that way, and to realize that you might be interacting with someone who's acting a certain way or behaving as if they're angry or they're withdrawn or whatever. A lot of times we can take that as an opportunity to feel hurt. We project onto them our hurt, and that, well, I'm feeling hurt, so they must want to hurt me, and then that leads to a whole other set of problems, or at the very least suffering, internal emotional suffering. And so empathy is a tool basically where you can tune in to where a person really is at emotionally in the situation and let go of it being personal, let go of your projections, and just know that this person is hurting, this person is scared, they're frustrated. It's really a very compassionate way of understanding people rather than a mental, judgmental sort of way. And so empathy is, like I said, it's a tool. It's something that we all have the capacity for. A lot of people have a lot of blocks to empathy because they've been taught to not value emotion. They've been trained to suppress their feelings, to think that it's bad to be angry, it's bad to be scared, it's bad to be sad. And so when something's bad, in order to cope, you lock it away somewhere, and so you don't have access to those feelings. And when you have access to your feelings and you accept them, you're not fighting against them, you're not beating yourself up for them, you're just holding space and being present for your sadness or your anger or your joy or whatever, you're holding space for it. You realize that they're not, it's just feelings, it's just emotion. It's nothing to be frightened of or ashamed of or anything. And so it's how you learn to take care of yourself, because we all want to be happy. We all want to experience pleasure. That's part of our design. It's part of what keeps us alive and keeps us seeking, food and shelter and these kinds of things, the desire for positive experiences and comfort. So how we know if we're comfortable or not is through our emotions, especially when you get into the realm of relationships and the people that you're interacting and connecting with. And so having empathy for yourself and having empathy for others will create a situation where you're not hurting others, intentionally, or you're not creating pain for other people, but you're also not creating pain for yourself, because to truly have empathy for yourself is to also have boundaries. And so it's through, if you are a very empathic person, and a lot of people are, who have no idea that they're empaths, and they just absorb people's feelings, and they feel so sorry for everyone because hurting hurts. It really does. And if you're feeling the hurt of another, you don't want another person to suffer. But a suffering person who is unconscious can also be a dangerous person or a mean person or what have you. And so when we look at someone in a judgmental mind, then we might judge that about them and we might get into conflict. But if we have empathy for them, then we understand that it's not personal, but I'm also going to like protect myself and not engage with someone who might be hurtful. You protect yourself with a boundary. And so, while still having compassion for them and for yourself and what have you. So basically, these are the foundations for love, for healthy love, whether it's love, within humanity or love in a one-on-one relationship. It's about being able to tune in to that other person and not judge them, but to relate and understand. And so when you receive this card, it's an opportunity to really embrace your capacity to feel what another person is feeling and to drop your own fear or judgment about what they're feeling, to just let it be their experience, but you witness it and have compassion and have love for the person, a spiritual kind of love that will heal and protect both yourself and the person. At least on an energetic level, it will.
Let's cut out the melodrama so we can wake up the whole wide world. Let's make up and start all over.